We all like to create music, but sometimes we need to sit back and listen to songs to spark our imagination and give us inspiration, like the song that we got playing in the background, right? Well, this is where artist performance tracks can come in handy, and the jukebox utility also comes in handy in playing those songs. Because if I use the jukebox to play the performance tracks in a certain genre of music, I can hear what instruments were used in that track, how the track was positioned, how did the vocals sound, and what was a good key for that type of song, and what was the overall mix. That's what I'm really looking for. So what is this all about? Well, let's start with the jukebox utility. Now, the jukebox utility lets you play songs in any order or style in a given directory. Now, the songs it can play can be created by you or anybody else, but more importantly, you get to listen to songs that are created by PG Music, and they created those types of songs so that they could show off their band-in-the-box software, right? And those songs are called artist performance sets. Artist performance sets. And they can be found in most band-in-the-box packages. Now, I have quite a few because I've had band-in-the-box, for so many years. Now, the thing about these sets is that when I'm looking for a certain genre, right, I wasn't happy with the way they put them together. So I'm going to change this. I show you what I'm talking about here. Is if I go here and I go into my band-in-a-box, which I happen to have the hard drive version. I like the hard drive version. And I go to band-in-a-box. I look for songs and lessons and artist performance sets. Now notice the artist performance sets, right? We've got a set of jazz and swing, smooth jazz, Celtic fiddle, Brent Mason country, right? But we also have songs with vocals. That's my thing, right? Songs with vocals. I've got 4 volumes of songs with vocals, which is kind of cool, except for one thing. When you open it up, you'll see that what PG Music did is that they just threw all the genres in a single directory. And that's not for me. Notice we have rock, blues, ballads, everything in the same directory. So what I did in my infinite wisdom, is I decided I'm going to create another directory. So now I have a directory that I created, and for lack of a better name, I just named it Artist Performance Mine. This Artist Performance Mine, right? Not very fancy. But what I did was I created 4 subdirectories from there: a blues directory, a country directory, a pop directory, and a soul, hip hop, reggae directory. And I went through my songs with vocals and I copied like genres and placed them inside of a directory. So in other words, if it's Good Love Is Hard to Find as a reggae tune, right? I took all of those stems to that reggae tune and copied them over here into the reggae folder. I did the same thing with soul. I did the same thing with pop. That way, when my jukebox plays those songs, it's only going to play reggae songs or pop songs or country songs or blues songs. That's what it's going to play. So that's kind of the homework that you do before you get to that. So now that I've got that set up and arranged the way I want it, and by the way, for some of you, right, you can also create a directory for your platinum album, and you can call it your directory, right? You can have the jukebox actually play just your songs. You can do the same thing there, right? But anyway, for practical purposes here, right, that's what I did. So now what I'm going to do, I need to change. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to open up Band-in-a-Box. So I have Band-in-a-Box open, and here is my jukebox here. So what I'm going to do, of course, is let's just say we want to play a pop song, right? I'm going to open up my jukebox, and notice my jukebox has a few things in it. Typical PG Music thing, right? 1,000 different options within a menu, right? In this case, we're not going to get carried away, right? I'm not going to do only play songs with melodies, right? I don't want to change the melody instrument. I'm going to take off random order playback because I want to play back in the order I want it in. And I'll just leave everything else as is, right? It's way too much trouble for me, right? And you guys can experiment with it more as you get more comfortable with it. But the main thing is right here, directory, right? where you have a change directory button, because like I told you, it's only going to play songs in any given directory, and it doesn't change directories on its own. So again, I want to play a pop song. So I'm going to go change directory, and my directory opens up, and I'm going to go pop. Notice I'm here now. I'm going to go pop, and I'm going to select the pop directory. When I do that, all I have to do now is just hit play jukebox, and it's going to play a pop song. Check it out. It's kind of cool, isn't it? You know, but the vibes, kind of not big on the vibes thing, you know. But if I wanted to create a song in this style of genre,
every little bit of loving that I had to give, you know I gave him, couldn't save him.
I think that's kind of cool myself, right? Is that, again, what is this telling me? This is telling me that in this genre here of pop, right? Here are my instruments: acoustic, bossa, bass, real drums, electric guitar, rhythm, soul, vibes, baritone, electric guitar. Of course, you have lead vocals here, right? And there's my style. So if I wanted to recreate a song like this in that style, it's giving me not just the style, but it's also giving me the real tracks that were used to create that style. So now when I try to make my own, I've got a head start at doing those types of sounds and putting it together. So maybe I can change some chords, write a new melody, but I'm going to get that same feel. And that's what I'm really after, right?
Every time I tried to walk away,
so let's do another one, right? Now in the jukebox, because these songs are in the jukebox, all I have to do is hit the arrow, and it's going to play the next song. Next man up, next song up is what it's going to play. This song is If You Only Knew Superman. Wow, it's kind of a cool song, right? Yeah. Now I really like this because it's got that Stan Smith feel, right? You know, which I think is really, really cool. And again, this really is modern pop.
I don't wanna ask too much of you, and you don't really care if I can't get through. I'm sorry, I'm just saying I have spent so much time waiting.
Oh, that's got my head nodding. Anyway, so again, to me, that was that Stan Smith style pop, right? But notice again, if I want to do a song in that style, it's giving me the bass that I want to use, the piano that I want to use, the loop that I want to use. It's got a string quartet in it, right? You know, the style, which is Three Hearts modern piano pop ballad. Perfect. So if I want to recreate a song in this style, then I can listen to the jukebox, pick up on those pointers, which is really important, and just go from there and create my own little Sammy Smith. And I can do that, right? So that's what I'm talking about. And again, I set my directories up so that everything in that directory was a pop song. So now if I want to change directories, I can go and open the jukebox, and I can change directory. Right now I'm in pop. I'll change the directory to blues. So now it's going to play the first song in the blues track. So now I hit play, and it's going to play a blues song. Wow. That's a nice guitar, actually. Let's see what that vocal sounds like. Oh boy, this guy's soloing for a while. But anyway, let's see what the vocal sounds like.
I can't get no service.
Wow.
And my phone is dying too.
And my phone is dying too. I like it, actually.
I can't get no service.
Okay, so again, like I said, if I want to do a song like that, a blues song, right? What is important to me? It's 85 BPMs per minute. This is the bass. It's an electric blues bass. Rhythm blues, crossroads guitar, drums, the Nashville drums. So it's giving me everything I need to recreate a song in that genre. That is so, so important because it's got that feel. So these are artists' performance sets with vocals. That's what they are. And I just think they are ideal. And the best way to play them instead of searching all throughout all the different directories, right? Set your directories up. And when you feel like you want to try to attempt to write a song in that particular genre, just set your directories up, open up the Jukebox, select the appropriate directory, hit play, and you're off and running. And again, these songs actually sound fantastic. And what is the one thing that you see here? They're all being played within the Band in a Box console. They're not being played anywhere. We're not in a DAW. We're not anywhere else. They're being played within the Band in a Box console only. If I had any critique, it would be that I'm not totally convinced. I'm a bit suspicious about the vocals. Notice the vocal, there's a vocal lead here. And this one only has a vocal lead in it, which is fine. But I'm a little bit suspicious about the vocals. And the reason why is because as good as that vocal lead sounded, if I go to plugins, it doesn't have any plugins. It has no reverb, no compression, no EQ on it, right? So I have a feeling that that vocal may not have been recorded directly into the Band in a Box console. It may have been recorded elsewhere and dragged over. Now, I can't confirm or deny. I can only go and show you that in the vocal lead, it's not using any plugins, and I'm sure that the vocal was processed. But nonetheless, with all of that having been said, these songs sound absolutely fantastic, and if you play them through the Jukebox, you can see that it's an actual game changer in sparking your imagination and helping you with the ability to write in a genre that you may have been interested in, but that you may not have tackled before. So that's all I got for you guys today. Again, this is Henry Clark. My channel is Senior Musicians Unite, and I tried to show you guys what you can do by using the Band in a Box Jukebox and by using artist performance sets. And remember, I happen to use artist performance sets with vocals, but you also saw artist performance sets with different instruments, whether it be country guitar, whether it be saxophone, whether it be flute, or whatever it was. So I think it's a great tool to use going forward. Again, this is Henry Clark, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.